Hello, everyone. Good morning. Good morning, traders. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our morning market review on today, 27th of November. Guys, I'm happy to be here. I'm sure you guys are also happy and glad to be here. This is our morning market review every trading day, Monday through Friday, guys. Going to be an exciting one for today. My name is Emmanuel, guys. Let me know if you guys can hear me. A little sound check, right? So I think we have just few numbers. Okay, more persons are joining. We're going to give just a little time for more persons to join us. Okay, Mr. Femi, I can see you there. Okay, thanks for your response. So just 1-2 minutes time, we're going to start. Okay, hoping more persons will join us. Okay, thank you very much. So you can share this link to your family and friends, your relatives, everyone that you wants to change their financial status. Share this link to them. They can equally join and, of course, enjoy what you're enjoying. So 1-2 minutes time will start. Thank you very much, guys. All right, guys, I think we can start now. Once again, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, traders. Good morning, profit takers. Good morning, risk takers. Okay, my name is Emmanuel Oduku. Thank you for joining us on the Morning Market Review, MMR. We do this every trading day, Monday through Friday. One solid hour of market analysis, one solid hour of market analysis. You heard me right. Yeah, one solid hour of market analysis. So where we try to give you tips and tricks on how you can navigate the market profitably. We also try to give you reviews of what the market has done, what the market will do, so that you position yourself profitably on the right side of the market. When you place a trade, you set stop loss and take profit, right? So let's do a little round before we start, right? This round will be on protecting your profit, protecting profit. Hey, trader, have you been protecting your profit? Like you see profit and then of course you just stay there, lay back, and the profit all turn into negative. Wow, what an ugly experience. You agree with me, right? It's an ugly experience that you have seen profit, let's say profit of 55,000 naira, you're trading with 0.05 on maybe you're trading which instrument now? Let's say gold, or maybe you're trading Euro card or even JPY, and you're seeing a profit maybe 5,000 naira. Wow, you're waiting for it to get to your take profit of 90,000 naira, which is a very good profit for most persons. So you just stay there, and of course, before you check back again, the next 30 minutes or 1 hour time, man, the profit have reduced to maybe 8,000 naira. Then before you check again, minus 8,000 naira, guy. What are you going to do? You saw profit and you missed it. You missed it, guys. So what you're supposed to do on this particular case is that once you see profit, good enough profit, let's say middle of your take profit, right? So let's say your take profit is a particular amount, but you see half of that as a floating profit, guys. You're supposed to protect what you have seen immediately, right? So you rush to protect what you have seen. You rush to protect what you see, guys. You are on this earth, you are protecting everything valuable. So if profit is valuable, we protect everything valuable on planet Earth, you rush to protect your profit. How do you do that? You just quickly adjust your stop loss. You take it away from the risk zone to the profit zone. So, guys, I'm done with my rant this morning. I'm sure you got some value from that. So if you have questions from that little rant, so you can still ask me questions before we start. Okay. So, guys, so what we'll do here, I will go straight to fundamental analysis. Then from there, I'll switch over to technical analysis, right? So fundamentals. So fundamentals are the main drivers of the market, right? So we call them macroeconomic indicators, right? Responsible for the foundational reason why price move, right? Or why price does what it normally do, move up and down. So guys, as a trader, you should know that you don't joke with the fundamentals, right? Don't joke with fundamentals. So what you do is every day, every trading day, you just go through some fundamental websites to check if there will be some fundamentals to affect the instrument you trade for that particular day, even for that particular week, right? So one way you can do it is to use the website called investing.com. So guys, www.investing.com. Investing.com. That means www.investing.com. Investing.com. Or you can use forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com. Or you can use tradingeconomics.com, myfsbook.com, several websites.com. I mean, there are several websites you can use for this particular reason, guys. So let's just use the simplest of all of them, guys. I'm sure you guys can see hear me loud and clear. Okay. So please feel free to get to the comment section. Hit me up, guys. There, ask questions. I'm always looking at the comment section to take your questions. Okay. Forex factory. So let me share my screen right now so that we can do all of that. Okay. So I've been able to share my screen. So please share. You can see forexfactory.com. Forexfactory.com. I'm sure you can see it. Okay. So on this Forex Factory website, so today being the 27th, right? Wow, November is already coming to a close, guys. November is coming to a close. You can imagine how fast that moves around. So for today, 27th of November, Thursday, beautiful day, guys. So our focus is usually on the impact of the news. So the impact is usually designated with the red, right? The high impact news, if you like, the high volatility news. Volatility is defined as the rate at which price changes, right? So if it changes within a very short time, we say the volatility is high. So quickly, but today we are not having any high impact news from Forex Factory, right? You notice I said from Forex Factory, right? So we're not having any high impact news. Then today also we're having bank holiday in the US from what we have here, bank holiday in the US all day. So any day we have bank holiday, that particular instrument may not really move that much. But remember, US dollar is the instrument to beat. I mean, the global traded instrument that is used as a medium of exchange on the international market. So guys, that simply means even though they are in the US, there are banks on holiday, other areas where US dollar is traded massively used for exchange all over the world, may actually cause some volatility on it, okay? So you don't just lay back and say, hey, no, nothing's happening today. No, something will happen. So guys, today we don't have any high impact news, as you can see right here. But for 5 p.m., we have MPC member, that is Monetary Policy Committee member Green speaks, right? So whenever you see speaks, that's a non-data news, right? Non-data news. That means this particular news, when released, doesn't have any data. So because it's a speech. So it depends on the content of the speech, and the speech can either be hawkish or dovish, right? But it is termed low impact news. Low impact news. That means the impact may not be much. Okay. So a beautiful day like this, where we don't have any high impact news, man, technical analysis will be so sweet because the market will most definitely tend to follow the already existing trend because there is no shaker. There is nothing to shake it and to sweep it off its feet to a new direction. So it's most definitely going to, if a market is trend already, it may most likely move in that direction, except there are some sentiments that is being cooked somewhere around the world that we are not aware of, right? Or that is being manufactured somewhere, some sentiment about maybe the market. So guys, I'll just go straight to technical analysis so that we can get real value. We can see how we can position ourselves. So on this technical analysis, I'll be expecting you to ask me questions, right? Real questions, valuable questions. Any question you ask is valuable, okay? So questions like, hey, I have a trade on this particular instrument. The trade is on, profit is on, running on negative. What do I do? Something like that. So if you request for us to analyze any given instrument, please also give us the reason why you would like that trade. We want to analyze that instrument. And of course, whether you have trade on the instrument or not, you give us all of those information so that we can tailor it to fit you and of course, you get value from that, okay? So I would like to change to share my screen right now on the chat. So let me show you what I have on the chat, So guys, I've been able to share my screen right now. You can see my chat. Guys, let me know if you can see this chat. Can you see it? So engage me this morning. Get to the comment section. Tell me, hey, Emmanuel, I can see your chat. Okay? Hey, Emmanuel, I can see your chat. Now you notice I'm already telling you what to say. Okay, let me check. Let me check. Let me check. Okay. Mr. Carlo, thank you very much for that. Mr. Femi, Mr. Yusuf, you guys are wonderful people. Hmm? So this is my chart right now. So let's see what we can do concerning this chart. So let's just start with the instrument Euro USD. Okay, thank you everyone. Let's start with the instrument Euro USD. Then from Euro USD, we proceed and we go higher and further. Okay, so instrument Euro USD. So just like I always do, this the kind of analysis here is called market structure analysis, right? So that is simply what the market is, right? So we are looking at the market for what it is. We are going to start from 4 hours time frame because we would like to see 4 hours time frame because we would like to see the market in a swing perspective. Then from a swing perspective, we like to take it over to uh, intraday perspective because most of us here are mostly day traders, but just a very few, a handful, right? Just maybe 2 or 3 persons may like to hold their trade running for days. So they are the ones that would like to maybe look at the instrument on a higher time frame, right? 4 hours time frame. But for a day trader that you want to place a trade and close it in that same day, or even in few hours time, you don't have time to sit for your system all day. So you may want to be trading with 15 minutes time frame. But however, when analyzing the market, you want to analyze it from a swing trader perspective down to a day trader perspective, right? I mean, you don't want to use only a single time frame for your analysis. You want to consider what the H4 guys are saying so that your trade is also aligned in that direction. Then you bring it down to maybe a 15 minutes. So H4 down to 15 minutes. So we call that a top-down analysis. So if you like, the subdivision of this analysis can be called top-down analysis. So guys, I think we're good now. So from the H4 time frame, from what we are seeing right here, you can clearly see that the market was seriously nose diving, right? Going running downward from here. So it was running downward from here. So once you switch over to 4 hours time frame, what you're seeing on your screen is actually uh, each of the columns you see on your screen is activity for 1 week. So we are seeing several weeks displayed on our screen right now. By column, I mean from this horizontal line, sorry, from this vertical line to this vertical line. That's 1 week. From this vertical line to this vertical. I mean, from this vertical line to this vertical line is 1 week. From this vertical line to this other vertical line is 1 week, right? So for the past weeks ago, the market was going down. Then suddenly, we saw the market change direction on the 4 hours time frame and start going upward. Okay. So this place where it changes direction, we call that a reversal. So this is where the market reverse. The market reversed from a downward trend, and of course, it start moving upward. So this is now what we call an upward trend. So Euro USD right now on the H4 time frame, you call it an upward trend, right? Because that is what the market is right now, upward trend. So you notice before it moved over to the upward trend, it was doing it created these two highs, right? It created these two highs. Now these two highs are very close to themselves and almost at the same price. Now that's what we call relatively equal highs, right? So created those two highs. Okay, you're very correct. This is a 1 hour time frame. So apologies for that. So it created, thank you. I have seen your comment. It's actually 1 hour time frame. So it created these two highs. Then from these two highs, it moved and start going upward. So on the H4 time frame also, H4 time frame is pretty much showing the same thing, right? Because on the H4 time frame, same thing has happened. The market was going down, they turned from it and start going up. So pretty much so you notice those relatively equal highs. Look at them here. Those relatively equal highs, look at them here. So you notice this high is relatively equal to this high, right? Uh-huh. So what we see on the H1 time frame is not really far different from what we are seeing on the H4 time frame because we have four of the H1 candlestick inside the 4 hours. Okay. All right. So let me go back to H1 because I think I like the structure saying on that H1. So guys, on this same H1, so we saw that the market printed some relatively equal highs. Then what happened next? The market goes with full force to trade above those highs. Market traded above these two highs, right? So this is the point where the market smashed. So it was somewhere here the market smashed those two highs, as you can see, right? So it was actually this candle, right? This candle followed by this other candle, smash this high, then started going up. Now that place where the market smashed that high, you notice if we should extend it further, what happened next? The market came back to test it, right? So that means that is a strong level, right? To test it. So testing it means resistance as turn support. So the market use it as a support. a very strong support for that matter to cause a break of structure and traded higher, right? So from this explanation, you can see that this instrument is on an upward trend. Number one reason is because the market has turned the resistance to a support, right? It has turned the resistance to a support. That's one. Then two, when the market is trading higher, right? Trading higher. Then that is the information we are seeing on a general view. Now, this is H1 now. So, but for today, the market is currently trading just below the opening price. So, guys, this line I just dropped there is the opening price. The market is trading below the opening price, right? So that shows that today is looking bearish. Today is looking bearish. So on the 15 minutes time frame to pick a particular trade, remember, if you want to pick a trade, right? You want to place a trade, I mean, for a day trader like yourself, you should go to 15 minutes time frame, right? Yeah, 15 minutes time frame. Don't forget. In order to pick a trade, go to 15 minutes time. So guys, in order to pick a trade, I said we have to use 15 minutes time frame. Why 15 minutes time frame? Because as a day trader, by day trader, I mean you wish to close the trade in that same day. You have seen good profit already, you want to close it, or the trade is giving you profit and the market is trying to reduce your profit, so you want to quickly get out of the market. So any of these I have painted, I have said now, and if you trade like that, then you are called a day trader. Okay. So for a day trader, then you want to do a 15 minutes time frame for your entry, right? For your entry. Now you notice on the H4 time frame, the market is still very bullish, right? It's still very bullish because this is the low that was responsible for breaking this high, right? So this low has to be taken out before we can shift our mindset to a downward trend. But however, you can trade the retracement. So write it down if you're hearing it for the first time. You can trade the market's retracement. I mean, you can place a sell trade, right? And take profit on that sell trade, even though the higher time frame is still on an upward trend. But then that information, that knowledge of the higher time frame is still on an upward trend, especially when you know the particular point where the market has to break before it changes, right? So that means any movement we see, right? So any movement from here down to this point, we have not changed our mind because the market may still turn. But we may want to take advantage of that move, right? Take advantage of that move, right? So for an intraday perspective, I would like to be bearish, right? Excuse me. Excuse me, please. For an intraday perspective, I would like to be bearish, right? But for a swing trading perspective, I would like to wait until the market comes down here before I take my buy. For an intraday perspective, guys, I'm repeating myself so that you understand it very well, okay? I would like to be bearish. Okay, now to be bearish means I would like to sell, right? For this 15 minutes time frame. Now, this 15 minutes time frame, you have to look at for levels of resistance, right? Because you sell at the resistance. You sell at the resistance. So one of the areas I would like to sell is I would like to sell at this shaded portion, right? So guys, I've given you a shaded portion where you can sell shaded portion. However, if the market did not get back to that point, entering an outright sell right now is termed an aggressive sell because if you notice right now, the market is currently rocking a local support, right? Or a 15 minute support if you like, right? So guys, another place where I can say if I see this market push further, this entry I'm giving is actually a sniper entry. That means I'm trying to be super correct. So if the market breaks this level and comes to this particular line I drop here, that will be a sell, right? A sell. So guys, I'm entering a sell, but not immediately. I'm waiting for the market to break this small level of support before I will sell. Or if it retraces upward again, right, that would be a better price, right, a cheaper price. Then, sorry, not a cheaper price, a premium price rather. Then I would like to sell. So guys, that's all for Euro USD. Comment section, no, okay, no question. That means you guys understand it very well. Now let's look at GPUSD also. So GPUSD is pretty much looking like Euro USD. Let's do 4 hours time frame also. 4 hours time frame, a very strong upward trend right here. How do we know a strong upward trend? So these are the highs the market gave, and the market have broken those highs to form a new high. So this is the high the market gave. So currently, the market is trading above those highs, right? The market is currently trading above the highs. So that's upward trend, right? Upward trend. Now that's 4 hours time frame. So on the 1 hour time frame, guys, don't remember on Euro USD, I'm giving you areas where you can sell, right? Uh-huh. So don't forget, I'm giving you areas where you can sell. Now the sales I gave you, they are what I call uh, uh, conservative entry, not aggressive entry, right? Conservative entry. By conservative entry, most times you want to wait for a particular thing to happen. You are endued with patience to wait. But for an aggressive entry, man, you just enter the market because the market have already done what you expected, right? You just enter the market. So for an aggressive entry, those of us that would like to do aggressive entry, you can enter a sell right now, right? Mm. So aggressive traders, let me see your hand, let me see your hand up, let me see your hand up. Get to the comment section, say, hey, Emmanuel, I am aggressive. Let me see. But for conservative entry, now none of them is bad, none of them is good, okay? It's like Republican and Democrats in the US. None of them is bad, none of them is good. It all depends on the policy per time. We normally changes, right? So being aggressive, being conservative, they are both on the same class, right? Uh-huh. No, it's totally bad, no, it's totally good. So it all depends on what the market is offering at that particular time. So let me check the comment section. Uh, yeah. I know. I went back to Euro USD. I hope you have been following me. I went back to Euro USD to talk about aggressive and conservative entry. Right? All right. Okay. So please be following up. Then let's go back again to GBUSD now. So on the 1 hour time frame, we are equally riding on a very strong upward trend, right? Because if you notice the market have taken out this high. So once the market trade above a known high, an established high, we call that a break of structure. So the market have broken this structure. This structure, this high seems to be a strong high or a known high or a high that you cannot ignore. The way you make impact in life, people cannot ignore your impact. They may not like you, but they cannot ignore your impact. It's the same thing. This high is a high that we cannot ignore because it's very, very visible to the blind, right? So this is where the market actually traded above that high to form a new high. So actually, guys, trader, this is the new high right here. Okay. So if you look at my moving averages on the 1 hour time frame, you notice they are beautifully fanning out correctly. I mean, my red is sitting comfortably above my black. The red is 21 period, the black is 50 period. Okay, so this is beautiful for an upward trend, right? So everything is showing us signal for upward trend. However, you're seeing signal for upward trend. Before you finally take your decision to buy or sell, you have to look at the current candlestick, right? Why? Because that current candlestick tells you the news for the now, right? So you have gone through yesterday's news. I mean news bulletin. You have gone through yesterday news bulletin, the news of last week, last month. But you want to hear the news for the now. That's why you have to look at the candlestick. Now, these candlesticks are actually bearish, right? So they may be signaling, they may be giving you a signal of bears coming into the market. Okay, so that is why before you pick your trade, you want to consider them. And it's even one of the reasons why we normally go down to a lower time frame, right, to look at what is currently happening because the lower time frame gives you more detail, right? So you need those details, especially when it is happening at that particular time. So guys, 15 minutes time frame to take our position right now. So remember, 15 minutes time frame if you want to take your position, right? Now, this 15 minutes time frame that I want to take your position, you notice that the market has traded below the opening price. But you know, opening price is actually a very strong pivot point for market, right? Market trading above it, bullish signal, trading below it, bearish signal, especially for scalpers, for day traders, guys. So you notice the market fell, right? This could be a sign or a reason for a very strong downpour that may be coming, right? So you don't want to ignore it. Hey, don't forget, whenever the market is on an upward trend, the market normally retraces. And you can make a good money from your retracement, right? You can make good money from retracement. So guys, so this instrument is pretty much looking like Euro USD because it's almost the same kind of analysis, right? But the market is actually on the opening price, right? Now, if you look at my moving averages on the 15 minutes time frame, you notice we're having the crossover of the moving average, right? Red is actually gradually crossing below the black, right? So this is the price actually right now on the support. So we are on a support right now, just like we analyzed for Euro USD, right? And I gave you a set signal on Euro USD. So let me look at that Euro USD again. Okay, it is actually still under support. Okay, so I give you a set signal. So the same kind of analysis here, nothing removed, nothing add, right? It's still an intraday sell, right? But they want it to break through this support, right? To break through this support, to break through this support. So once it breaks through this local support, then we should be selling. So therefore, an aggressive entry can enter sell now, but that's aggressive now, okay? Because we are seeing a lot of movement to the upward side. So just a little bit below that support, a sell should come in. Sell because we are trying to trade a retracement. You're not trading the trend, you're trading a retracement, right? Okay, so I think I've done USD, GPUSD. Guys, I'm sure you got some value from that analysis. It's a well-detailed analysis. Don't forget, you can watch this same recording live on YouTube, right? You can watch it live on YouTube, Rally Trade on YouTube. So if you miss anything, you can just go back to YouTube, search for Rally Trade, and of course, you see all of our videos on MMR. So you can watch it again and again, and of course, get value from it. Now, the value normally comes from when you watch again and again. Remember, this knowledge is like faith. It comes by hearing and hearing and hearing. So, Mr. IK, you're asking me to indicate the opening price, okay? So, opening price is usually gotten from the first candle of the day. Mr. IK, listen carefully. Opening price is gotten from the first candle of the day. So that candle may be a bullish candlestick or a bearish candlestick. And wait a minute, how do you know the first candle of the day? Very simple. If you're 1 hour time frame, you will usually see these vertical lines, dotted vertical lines. They indicate or signify the first hour or the beginning of that day, right? The beginning of that day. So the candlestick on it is the first candlestick, right? Now, if that candlestick is bullish, it means the opening price is down. If that candlestick is bearish, the opening price is up. So that opening price becomes the opening price of the day. For this our case now, this candlestick, this one, I've zoomed in very well, so you're seeing it, right? This particular candlestick is our opening candlestick of the day, right? So this area is actually the opening price. So this is the opening price. This is the opening price. So I've dropped a horizontal line there. So the market is currently trading just below the opening price, right? It's trading just below the opening price. So, okay. All right. So next questions. Next question. Mr. Emmanuel said we should do good. Good next, please. What is happening with you on good? Okay. It's like that is your choice and choice instrument. So, Mr. Endurance, Oh, excuse me, guys. Just 30 seconds, please. Okay, okay, let me take that again. There was no audio. So you're asking when there's a crossover of the moving average, do we buy or sell immediately or wait for a replacement? So if there's a crossover and you buy or sell immediately, we call that an aggressive entry. If there is a crossover and you wait for the market to retrace back to the moving average, it's called a conservative entry. So you can see that both entry is valid, right? Now, it all depends. Sometimes you may be waiting for the market to retrace back your moving average and then you may miss out. Mm. You may completely miss out, right? You may completely miss out. So it depends on the kind of momentum that actually caused the moving average to cross over. So you can actually do the two, okay? You can do the two. Okay. Mr. Ike say, can we finish currency first? Okay, I've done Euro USD and GBP USD. Let me know the next instrument you want us to analyze. Let's look at the next instrument you would like us to analyze, okay? So so while waiting for you, let's look at USD JPY. I like this instrument too, right? Because if you're on the right side of the instrument, man, you may want to is good, it's sweet, right? So this instrument is looking bearish on the 4 hour time frame right here. This is USJPY. It's looking bearish. So this is USJPY looking bearish on the 4 hours time frame, right? It's looking bearish. So you can see these two lines are almost a parallel line, right? That's what we call a channel, right? But if you watch carefully, you notice that the market got to a support here and of course tested the support the second time, right? So they have tested the support twice. So that's 4 hours time frame. Let's just because of time, let's just go straight to 15 minutes time frame and see what the market is currently doing right now. So on the 15 minutes time frame, the candlestick is currently trading above my 50 period moving average, right? And remember, we are just coming back from testing a support, right? So it has tamed that support. It has marked the support to be a strong support, guys. How do we know? From that support, we did a break of structure, right? So the strength from that support caused a break of structure. So on this one, I think I would like to enter this trade, right? So from that support, we did a break of structure. We did a break of structure. Eh, We did a break of structure. So that means you can see the support, strong support, strong support, strong support, strong support. So we did a break of structure. So that break of structure may actually now if it trades above the opening price because it is still a little below the opening price. If it trades above the opening price, then it means the signal is a stronger signal for a buy, right? If it trade above the opening price, it's a stronger signal for a buy, right? If it trades above the opening price, it's a stronger signal for a buy. So because it is still trading below the opening price, okay? So more questions are dropping in. So at what point do we take our trade on GBUSD? Okay, I gave you an intraday entry for a sell, right? Gave you an intraday entry for a sell, and I said if it trade below this line, so it has not traded below that line. So let's look out for a sell scenario. Fine question you asked. So a little retracement for a premium price, then we can now start selling. So I've highlighted the area. A little retracement for a premium price, we can start selling. A little retracement for a premium price, we can start selling, right? A little retracement for a premium price, we can start selling. So because this area is actually a support turn resistance, so a little retracement there, we can start selling. Okay. I think I've answered that your question. The next one, right? So so USD CHF. Okay, I've done USD, Mr. IK. USD CAD, USD CHF. Okay, let's start from USD CHF. Okay, so on USD CHF, we are seeing some strength, almost looking like USD JPY, right? So, but let's start from H4 time frame first. H4 time frame. So on H4 time frame, today is Thursday, right? So for the week, we are seeing a bearish week already. So the week is already bearish, right? On the H4 time frame. Now, but looking at the candlestick close to where I want to trade, we are seeing a bullish engulfing, right? A bullish engulfing. So this candlestick is far bigger than this one, right? I mean the range. So that's a bullish engulfing. Then followed by a confirmation, right? And a confirmation is doing something nice for us, right? A confirmation is trading above my 50 period moving average right now. Okay, that's a good one. Then I'll come down to 15 minutes time frame. So on the 15 minutes time frame, we are currently trading above our opening price. So guys, if you're trading above the opening price, this one is even a stronger signal for a buy than that USJPY. Okay. So this one will also be an aggressive entry will enter a buy, a conservative entry will wait for a retracement, right? So an aggressive entry would be to enter a buy, a conservative entry would be to wait for retracement. Wait for which retracement? Retracement back to this known support. So an aggressive entry is just what I did. I have entered a buy. A conservative entry would be you wait for a retracement back to the moving average, right? So these are the two options one can explore. Remember, the market can do any of these two, right? But for some persons, they cannot wait, they cannot endure a retracement. So that is why there is room for a conservative entry. Okay. For most traders, they just want once they enter the market should just turn and start moving in their direction. Like once you press the buy, it's already showing plus 5,000 naira. You turn again plus 15,000 naira. You turn again plus 55,000 naira. Mostly I don't like to go through some level of drawdown. And what I just highlighted now is very rare, right? It happens maybe uh, it's very rare. It can happen though. I didn't say it cannot happen. It happens mostly when the market is very volatile. Once you enter, you not even see the spread mark. It's already showing profits. So I think Mr. IK, we have done USJPY, right? It's a buy signal. It's a buy signal. Then USD card. So USD card. So after this, I will move over to commodities. So USD card. So USD card. So this is USD card right here. So let's look at what is showing us. Mr. IK, you're interested in this. So stay with me. The rest of us also look at it closely. So I think there is a very big dump right here. on USD card, as you can see. The dump is a very serious one. So it means card became very strong, right? The market is trying to do a little retracement there. So on the 15 minutes time frame, let's look at what it looks like for us. Okay, so it's pretty much looking very bad for the dollar right here. So one thing you want to do here is that after you see a very big dump like this, right? So the market would like to do a little retracement, and if the strength is still there to continue, to continue going in the direction of that dump, right? So what you do on USD card is more of a wait to see. The market will show you the direction it wants to go. So on USD card, you're waiting. So right now, this is the range the market has built for us. So you're waiting to see the momentum. So you don't want to trade when we are choppy candle. By choppy candle, I mean small candlestick like this. So you want to wait until you see the movement. So maybe around 10, 11, or even the US section proper, we should be coming in early in the afternoon, maybe 1:30 or 2:30. You'll be seeing the enough movement. So that is when you can trade uh USD card. Okay. Then let's look at the instrument gold. Somebody said look at gold. So instrument gold right here. So for the instrument gold, oh, this is looking so pretty beautiful, man. So for the instrument gold, let's do 4 hours time frame. Okay? So 4 hours time frame. So what can we see? In recent time, we have seen the instrument traded above this high, right? So if the market trade above this high, we call it, and this high is a non-high, it's a strong high, right? It's a strong high that was trying to keep the market down, but the market was able to trade above that high to form a new high. So that's a break of structure to the upside. So that's the break of structure to the upside shows upward momentum, right? That's a break of structure to the upside. Sir, it shows upward momentum. So that's on the 4 hours time. So we have seen upward momentum. Now, occasion also by our moving average. Our moving average, the candlestick is trading above our moving average, right? The candlesticks are trading above our moving average. So that's an upward momentum. On the 4 hours time frame, right? Then, of course, I can drop down to 15 minutes time frame because of time. So on this 15 minutes time frame, I should be able to see some local level of support and resistance, right? So all of these green areas are my fair value gap, right? So I have a software that shows me fair value gap, right? Fair value gap are usually area of interest, right? Where the market will actually move from. So these are the areas where I would like to buy from, to make it very simple. So these are the areas I would like to buy. So if the market comes back inside this area, I would like to buy. If you notice, the market is actually trading this bearish fair value gap, right? Which is serving as a resistance. Okay. So uh so if the market dive again, this is the area I would like to buy. So if I buy there, I'm looking forward for the market to trade again upward or even break today's high. Break to this side. Remember, gold is a very volatile instrument, which means once you see profit, you may want to quickly take your profit or protect your profit, right? Because you might be seeing profit of 85,000 naira. In the next 35 seconds now, it has reduced to maybe uh, 35,000 naira. So you want to, once you see profit, you want to quickly protect your profit. Okay. So I'm looking forward to, I've seen an upward momentum on the 4 hours time frame. So it means I want to position myself for a buy, right? For a buy. Now you notice how the market has been struggling to trade above this level, right? They really struggled there. So the price 4169, around 416, right? It's not a single price. Around this range, the market has been struggling to trade above that range. Because yesterday it tried several times, it could not. So today it may actually want to go and try the same thing. So if it eventually breaks it, then of course we'll be trading higher from there. But you want to be in the move before the market gets there. You want to be in the move before the market gets there. So guys, a little retracement back here, then you want to start position yourself to sell. But what if the market breaks What if the market breaks this level of resistance, right? It is still a buy, right? It's still a buy. But if market comes back to this area, let me zoom in so that you can see. If market comes down again to this area, then I will want to do a buy, a buy. Then I want to do a buy, okay? Okay. So guys, someone said, hey, Emmanuel, let's look at silver. So this is silver. So silver on the 4 hours time frame. So silver on the 4 hours time frame is looking pretty much a very strong upward trend. Remember, silver and gold. Okay, something just came to my mind. Have I not? So silver and gold are our precious metals, right? So it simply means both of them usually move in the same direction. So we already seen silver giving out a very strong momentum to the upper side. That suggests that gold may most likely follow suit. So I have already given you a buy signal on gold, right? So on silver also on the 15 minutes time frame, you position yourself for a buy, guys. This is looking very strongly bullish. For silver, silver is already trading above the opening price, right? Above opening price. So any little retracement, you enter a buy for silver, right? Remember to always add stop loss and take profit to your trade. A little retracement like what? So let's look at what point should one engage silver for a buy. So let me show you this particular area. This is actually a three candlestick, the same candlestick pattern, fair value gap, right? So if the market retraces back inside this area, or guys, it would be a good time to want to buy silver, right? If it retraces back inside it. However, it may not retrace into that area, it may move up from here. That's why there is need for aggressive entry most of the time. So guys, gold is a buy signal, silver is also a buy signal. This is just 9 a.m. So around 10, 11, 12, US section comes in early in the afternoon, guys. You should be expecting enough movement when the US traders start trading this market. Okay. So guys, thank you very much. I hope you got some value from the analysis. Let me look at the comment section again. Yeah, today is Thanksgiving Day. You're very correct. I've already said that it's bank holiday in the US. So we have already said that. But US dollar is traded all over the world, not only in the US. So there will still be some reasonable momentum on the dollar. So guys, thank you very much. Join us to move for another exciting section. You see, I didn't analyze my favorite instrument. Yes, 100. You want us to go there? Okay. Yes, 100. You're very correct. Favorite instrument. So guys, you can see what the chart is looking like, right? So position yourself for a buy, look for a retracement and enter a buy, okay? For US 100. So guys, my number is 09026264507. Emmanuel. Okay. So join us to move for that exciting section. Very exciting section again. So let me write my number here, 09026264507. Okay, so you can chat me or you can call me on WhatsApp, anyone you feel like. Okay. So tomorrow is another exciting session, guys. Bye for now.